Hello everyone and welcome back to Waverly Reads. Welcome to another weekly vlog. This weekly vlog I'm going to be doing the Witchathon. It's currently 12 on the Wednesday that the Witchathon is beginning and I've just got home from work. I have a bit of a pickle as I also have work at 12 o'clock and I still need to edit the vlog from last week because I haven't touched it. Very bad of me, I know I should have. But I haven't. I also have quite a busy week ahead of me, which I'll get into in a minute, but I just want to go through my TBR for the challenges. I'll be going through what I'm actually going to be doing this week for this weekly vlog, and yeah. Then I also have a book to open as well. And then I'm going to stop this portion of the vlog, get on to editing last week's vlog. So here is my TBR for the Witchathon challenges, but I believe I only have 5 books, but that's okay. Because that's just okay because I couldn't read 7 books this week because I have so much going on, which again I will get to in a minute. So the first challenge is a book that's going to make you warm and happy. For this challenge I picked Because You Love to Hate Me, edited by Mary. I picked this one because it has a lot of my favourite authors in them, including Adam Silvera, which is one of my favourite authors, which is why I think it will make me warm and happy. Adam Silvera's books always do. They also make me cry a lot. The second challenge is a spooky / thriller novel. I don't know if I picked the right book for this, but it happened anyway. This one I went with The Method by Shannon Kirk, the thriller novel I believe, question mark. The third challenge is a book with supernatural paranormal elements in it. This one I went with Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake, as I'm dressing up as Anna for Halloween as appropriate, and I've already read Anna Dressed in Blood this year. The third challenge is to read a book by candlelight. I've also side-by-sided this book with the next challenge, which is the 5th challenge, which is to read a book that features your ethnic heritage, and I went with Ghostly Tales and Sinister Stories of Old Edinburgh because if you didn't know, I'm originally Scottish. My entire family is Scottish and I want to channel my ancestors whilst reading this book by candlelight. The 6th challenge is to buddy read a book, which I've also coincided with the last challenge, which is to read the group book, and that book is The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. These are the 5 books that I hope to get to at some point this week and hope to finish this week. However, I have a very busy week ahead of me, so it may not happen. I plan to at least get one of those read. A bit of an insight into what I am doing this week. I have a lot of plans. Tomorrow night I have Cass staying over here with me, so I also need to clean my room tonight because I'm going to work and she's coming straight over after work and my room is a complete mess. She's coming over here tomorrow night, as well as Tia and maybe Shakira, and we're going to do a little fire out. On Saturday I have a Halloween party to go to, and I'm also house sitting from Saturday till Tuesday night. Sunday I'm going to a book signing. Oh my god! Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli's. On the Wednesday, the last Wednesday of this readathon, so in a week today, I have another Halloween party as well. I also have work tomorrow and I have a few things going on in the week and I have a lot to do, so I'm gonna get as much reading as I possibly can, but who knows, I also might not, because I also need to edit this vlog and get it, not this vlog, the last vlog, and get it scheduled and uploaded. Also in the middle of a book currently, but that's okay because this is a book I can definitely put on hold. And I'm currently reading Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I am about halfway through, not quite, just under. I'm on page 191, which is chapter 11, Complications. I've read and seen this a million times before. I can very easily put this down and pick it up at a later date. It's okay, I'm going to put this on hold for the duration of this readathon, and who knows, this is also a paranormal book, so if I can get through my 5 books, highly doubt it, but if I can, then I can pick this up towards the end of the week and finish it. I also have some book mail which is related to this vlog, I promise. I didn't get a bookmark! Book depository, man, you're slacking. It said it was dispatched on the 11th of October. It came today. Oh, I did get a bookmark, and I got Where's Spot. Cool. Back to the kid ones, are we? We got What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera, which is the signing I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna go, because I have editing to do and a room to clean. Goodbye. We are 9 hours into this readathon and I've done a total of 0 pages of reading. However, I've been up for about an hour. I didn't go to bed until about 2 o'clock last night. I was up trying to get all of the footage off of my phone and onto my laptop to edit the vlog. It just took way too long to like import and everything that I just left it to do it overnight. Put an alarm for 8 o'clock. Usually I'd get up around 9:30 when I have a 12 start, but I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. It's now 9:06. which means I got it all edited and it's currently saving an hour. I don't have time for this to error, so if this errors I'm going to be so angry. But I'm awake now, I have enough time to get ready, which is good. I leave at 10:30. It's not going to take me an hour and a half to get ready, which means I'm probably going to be able to start Because You Love to Hate Me before I leave, and then also read it on the bus to work and from work as well. I am very sleepy. I've had about 6 hours sleep, but it's okay because I work better on less sleep anyway once I start waking up. I still have yesterday's makeup on if you can't tell, so I need to like proper like go have a wash, get some reading done up Because You Love to Hate Me, because I need to actually start this readathon now. It's been 9 hours. Literally, every single readathon I've done in the past, I've read a book from midnight until I finish the book, and then I'll allow myself to sleep. I haven't done that this time because it's just there wasn't time to do it. I waited to make sure the vlog saved and it did just fine, and then I put it on to upload, and I was trying to make a thumbnail for ages, but PicMonkey has changed everything once again. An account to even edit a video now, edit a picture now. You don't need to pay to edit the picture, you just need to pay to export it. So I'm using the same method, but I had to make an account. Everything's changed on it. I've had to change the font on my thumbnails, which is kind of sad because it's the same font that is used on my channel art that Shakira made for me. I had to change that as they don't have that font anymore, and if they do I can't find it. I had to change the font. I found a font that I do like. I just prefer my original one, but I haven't managed to do any reading because it took me ages to work out what I was doing. My bus is coming. I'm going to read Because You Love to Hate Me on the bus today, and hopefully get a decent amount read. I still have about an hour and a half to 2 hours before I need to leave for work anyway. My bus is here. I'm gonna go, and I'll see you later after work with a reading update, hopefully. So I just got to work, which means I can't do any more reading for the next like 5-ish hours, and I have already started Because You Love to Hate Me, edited by Mary. I never know who to say this is by. I also don't know if I'm saying that right, but I've read the first 2 short stories and the first 2 booktuber input things, and it's alright so far. I liked the first story better than the second story, but I'm on the 3rd story now and 51 pages in. Morning everybody, and happy Tuesday, day 2 of the Witchathon. It's not Tuesday, it's just because it's day 2, but Thursday. Morning everyone, and happy Thursday. And I'm still on my first book, but that's okay because I had work and plans last night. I didn't vlog when I got home last night because I was making food as soon as I got in and one arrived, and then we went out and we did the little fire out thing. But I'm still currently reading Because You Love to Hate Me, edited by Mary. I'm on the 5th book now, and this one is by Sarah Ennie. 125 of this. I did some reading on the bus home, and then I did some reading in bed last night. Didn't do too much. I think I read a book and then the little extracty bit that they have at the end by Challenge the Author, if that makes sense. If you've read this, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't. But I got guilt tripped into doing a shift again at work today, so I'm on a 12 till 5 again, and I lose 5 hours of my precious reading time. Cass is still here. You can see the knee and the hand. But at least I'll get travel reading done, which is good. That's kind of it for the updates, to be honest. I came home, I didn't really vlog because I was cooking, and then we did the fire out. I didn't montage it because I hadn't montaged anything else. I aim to get this finished today, about 200 more pages, just over 200 more pages, so I can get this finished today once Cass has gone home and I've got home from work. I'm ready for work. I have about half an hour before I need to leave. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I'm home from work. I've been home for a couple of hours. I was spending some last time with Cass, and I just got back from taking her to the tram stop. I wanted to give you a quick reading update before I got back into reading it. I do still plan to finish this day. I have about 3.5 hours to do so. Please ignore the piano in the background. I like to listen to piano music whilst I read now. It's a bit better than white noise because it's still something that like is calming, but it's not just rain because I end up blocking out the rain, but I want to enjoy it. I'm just so happen to be listening to The Greatest Showman piano soundtrack thing. But I've just finished reading Marissa Meyer's little book thing in this story in this, and I loved it so much. It was about mermaids, and I'm not sure whether that's my favourite or not. I can tell you my least favourite, hands down, and an Art and Lance story by Soman Chayanini. I can't say that name at all. I just didn't like it. I'll explain more at the end of this vlog when I like do my mini wrap up thing. But yeah, I just kind of really don't like that story. I read that on the way home from work, and I'm now on page 178, which is Beautiful Venom by Cindy Pon, another author I haven't heard of. I'm halfway through now, and I'll definitely try to get this finished tonight, and then maybe even start the next book, which I don't know what it's gonna be. I think I might do the Ghostly Tales because I'm not really traveling anywhere tomorrow other than to Cass's, and I'm reading that one by candlelight, so I can definitely do that because I have candles here and I have candles at Cass's. I'm probably gonna read that one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna read Ghostly Tales next, so that'll be cool. Now I'm gonna sit down for the next few hours and read Because You Love to Hate Me, and hopefully next time you see me it'll be because I've finished this. It's technically Friday, so good morning everyone. And happy Friday. I'm removing my makeup because it's very late at night and I haven't done that. And I've also finished a book. Just finished Because You Love to Hate Me, edited by Mary. And I found this book kind of really hard to follow, which makes sense because it's 13 different stories. Some of them I remember really clearly, and then some of them I'm like, what actually happened in that? In the future I will definitely probably go back and read a few of my favourites. But my overall thoughts on this book was that it was good. All of the stories were really unique, and it actually really pleased me that the booktubers kind of gave challenges to the authors. That's what they had to base their little story on. I have a new updated least favourite, and that was Beautiful Venom by Cindy Pon. There's just things that happen in that book, in that story, that I really did not agree with, really didn't like. I don't want to spoil it, but basically there's a trigger warning for rape in it, and victim is blamed for it, and it really bugged me. I have very strong feelings about rape and how it should be handled, and it wasn't doing it in a bad way because the YouTuber part of it afterwards kind of explains why it was set out the way it was. Completely get that it's like trying to make people aware that this is the wrong way to do it, but I really did not agree with the way that it was portrayed. Kind of sad that all of my favourite authors' stories were kind of the shortest stories in this, but I did like it. I am not currently sleepy, so I'm going to be starting Ghostly Tales and Sinister Stories of Old Edinburgh. This is loads of different short stories. Again, there are a lot of short stories, like they're like 2 pages long, some of them aren't even a page long, and I have to do this by candlelight, which means I have to crack out the candles. All morning getting ready. I love this outfit so much, and I've also been getting all my stuff ready that I need to take to Tia's and that I need to take to Cass's tonight. As I'm going to Cass's tonight, I'm going to Tia's tomorrow morning to get her keys because I'm house sitting for them, and also Tia's going to cut my hair for my Barnum outfit. I've got my costumes ready because I need to take those over to Tia's so I can get ready at Tia's. I can't do my makeup at Tia's, which is so annoying. I can't do my makeup there, which is so annoying because I have opticians and I can't wear my contacts for my opticians, and I can't put on eye makeup before I put on my contacts because my eyes water. So I'm having to do my makeup at Cass's, so I've got to take all of my makeup and stuff and all of that to Tia's to then take a lot of it to Cass's. However, I'm also house sitting, so I've got to take my Anna costume as well because they come back on the Tuesday and their party is on the Wednesday for the book signing over, as I'm going to the book signing on the Sunday. Also when I'm house sitting, because I start house sitting Saturday night after Cass's party. Just a lot of stuff, and I've got a lot. I'm overwhelmed. I have my laptop, I have a big pile of books because I also need the readathon books, and I've got my signing books, I've got my hat, I've got... It's just a lot to remember, and I guarantee I'm still going to forget something. I wrote a list last night. I think I've got most of it, but we'll see. However, I'm going over to Cass's in a few minutes. A long, grueling process, but that's what happens when you have a busy week. And on top of that, I decided it'd be a good idea to do this readathon, which I have an update for actually. Let me... My book's in my bag, right at the bottom of my bag. I think I can remember. So I started Ghostly Tales and Sinister Stories of Old Edinburgh Candlelight, as you saw in the montage clips things that I got, and I think I got up to page 41. I don't know how many stories that is in, but this big on the page, and sometimes like this big. The longest one I've had has been 3 pages. It's very easy to read. I read those like 40 pages in like 15-20 minutes. The only issue is I can't read that unless I'm by candlelight and it's daytime, but that's fine because I'm probably not going to do much reading until tonight anyway, as I'm getting my nails done today, because the nails that I have in mind I can wear for both costumes, and I want to get it done properly because I work in a bar and my nails chip and I want them to last because they are really pretty. See if I'm paying for it as well. If not, if I can't get my nails done, I also have my nail polish in my bag. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm gonna go. I've got to get my nails done today, and I'm also helping Cass and her mum decorate for their Halloween party, which is tomorrow. So much going on right now. I'm a bit stressed, but that's fine. So it's been a long time since I've spoken to you, as I have had a very busy day. I got my nails done. I didn't want to get falsies. When I went in, I specifically asked for just painting, but I'm a bit of an anxious mess, and when I saw, like, I was talking to Cass, and when I looked back at my nails, he had already applied 2 of the fake nails, and I didn't want to be like, that's not what I asked for, so I just let him continue. And they're really long, and I'm not used to them at all. Like, I don't have long nails like ever. Nails are pretty long in terms of the fact that they're natural and they're quite long, but I always keep them trimmed to like if just above the nail bed, like you'd just be able to see my nail like any longer than that. But I somehow ended up with this, but I really like the design. It's going to go really well with both of my costumes. They last long enough. They'll be really good for Christmas as well, because I haven't done any more reading, because as soon as we got home we sorted out all the Halloween decorations. We went shopping for all of the Halloween food, came home, decorated, and we're just getting into bed now. It's only 10:30 though. I have my book with me. I did plan to finish it today, but we'll see how that works. I've got lots of candles up there that I'm going to light so I can read by, and I think Cass may be joining me. She's currently reading It, so she's definitely in the Halloween spirit by these candlelights. These candles are also Halloween themed, as they're pumpkins, little hats on them. Hopefully I can get a decent chunk of that read. Like, I haven't read any today, and that's really bad for a readathon. So it's raining and I'm walking to the tram stop, as I now need to go back to my house to get some stuff to take over to Tia and Shakira. Tia is still curling my hair today as well. Last night I finished Ghostly Tales and Sinister Stories of Old Edinburgh. Yeah, I managed to finish that last night and get all of that sorted out, which means I finished 2 books in 3 days, which isn't too bad. I don't know what book I'm going to start today. Maybe Girl of Nightmares.
Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing, like the nights are never ending.
through Nottingham at 9 o'clock in the morning to go get a train because I'm meeting Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera today. But today's the day. Today's the day, like any other, that I am changed, I am a mother role. Today's the day that I'm going to the book signing and I can't wait. But first, McDonald's breakfast. It's early in the morning. I had the chance to have a McDonald's breakfast. I haven't had a McDonald's breakfast in ages because I get McDonald's breakfast. She's never had any. So this will be interesting because it is life. First impressions of a McDonald's breakfast. It looks... She's put hash brown on it, by the way.
It smells not like plastic, which is exciting. It looks... I've never seen a sausage patty before, but I'm not saying no to it. And they have the favourite plastic cheese.
Oh, I love plastic cheese.
Mmm.
Open wide.
It's good.
No pressure.
Not sponsored.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Get that promo though.
I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay to drift away. I find my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. I burn bright just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Everybody, and happy Monday? Weird. This is weird. I should be starting a new vlog. But yesterday was very stressful and very tiring. Very fun. The vlog when I got back because I was exhausted from stress and all of the traveling, and it just wasn't a very good time mentally. In a state of an anxiety all day. Yeah, I have a reading update. I also want to show you the books that I got signed. It's just, oh, I've left 2 books in the living room. Babe, will you bring me Shakira's books? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Prop you up somewhere. See, bad angle, but it's okay, we'll go with it. I took every single book I had for Becky and Adam, apart from History Is All You Left Me, but I'll get into that in a second. What it basically said was you can take their book together, What If It's Us, and then you could bring 1 extra book for each author to sign. And I brought 2 extra books because I was going to give Cass an extra book to get signed for me for each of them as well. So I left History Is All You Left Me at home because although I love it, it is my least favourite Adam book. Then Cassidy ended up buying it at the thing anyway, and I was like, can we put this into our pile, and if he signs it, I'll just give you my copy. And he signed it. Let's just get that into our systems. So obviously the signing was for What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli. This one I got signed for me. And there it is. He signed it, and I am so flipping happy. I'm really excited to read this. They were talking about it, I got really excited about it, and I got more and more into it. And apparently there's a lot of like Broadway and musical references in this, which obviously the title is a musical reference from Dear Evan Hansen. And they played Only Us whilst we were waiting for them to come out, and I was basically bawling. An emotional time. The ticket I got was a book that you get, so you get the book and you get a poster. This is the poster. It's got my For Waverly sticker on because I was doing shots last night. The poster, and it's going to go up on my wall when I redo my room. I'm not going to put it up yet because I want to redo my room because I'm getting a new bed and I haven't really spoken about that and it's not a part of this vlog anyway. I also got a second book, but we'll get into that in a minute. The books that I got signed, all of these, so I got all of my Adam books and my 2 Becky Abertali books. There was also the option to get the Upside of Unrequited signed as well, but obviously I don't own that. And I love Becky and I love her writing. Adam was the one I was mainly there for because I love Adam Silvera with all of my heart. Got Leah signed. No, that's not the page. Leah signed. Is All You Left Me signed. This one is technically Cass's because she brought it for her to read, but now she's gonna have mine because it got signed. So More Happy Than Not signed. And I got the Both Die at the End signed as well. And I'm so excited. Okay, so the reason I didn't show you these 2 yet is because I've done something, because I'm a very good friend. I was supposed to take one of Shakira's books. I was supposed to take Leah on the Offbeat for Shakira, and I was going to get Leah on the Offbeat of mine signed because I forgot Shakira's books for Shakira, and then I would just swap them and it would be fine. Waiting in the line was very flipping stressful. Did a like Q&A session I didn't know they was doing, so I knew that the event started at 1 and I got tickets back for 4:30 on the train. The train was leaving at 4:30. I didn't know they was doing a Q&A and that lasted about an hour to an hour and a half. Finished at like 2:15. I was in the line for so flipping long because we were like we were right at the front, which kind of meant that we ended up at the back for the signing. So we were in this line for a very long time and I was very stressed. And as the time was going on, I was getting more and more stressed. I was freaking out. I was like, we're going to miss our train. We're going to have to buy new tickets. We're going to be waiting longer. Hercules is going to be on his own. And it was just not a good time. Cass ended up going before me and getting books signed. And Cass knew that one of the Becky Abertali books was for Shakira. She took the wrong book. It wasn't her fault. It was kind of my fault. And Shakira ended up getting Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda signed for her. And I was stressing out about it and I rang Shakira up and I was like, the reason I was stressing out was not because I thought, oh my god, she's gonna hate me because I got Simon instead of Leah, but because my copy of Simon came with a rip in it. I bought it from Waterstones and we didn't realise until we'd already left that it had a rip in it. My copy was technically damaged and I was like, she's not gonna want it because it's got a rip. We sorted it out, she wants it, it's fine. What they don't know is that I also got What If It's Us signed for them as well. They're not aware of this. I think they believe that Cassidy is having this book. They're not going to know until they get back Tuesday night. And this one is also signed for Shakira and Adam and Becky. They know about Simon, they don't know about What If It's Us. I have 2 books signed and I think they'll appreciate it. Although I didn't get all of my Becky books signed, I feel like that's going to be better because when I do get The Upside of Unrequited, it's not going to bother me that it's going to be the only Becky book I haven't got signed. Plus I would have preferred to have Leah signed as well anyway because I relate to Leah a lot more. A lot of people say that I'm very like Leah. I'm very problematic in that. The only reading I got done yesterday as well was on both of the train rides, and to say that it was only on the train rides, I did get a big chunk of this book read. I started Girl of Nightmares finally. I know I didn't do any reading on Saturday and Tia was curling my hair. She needed me to help like holding the equipment and stuff like that. And I couldn't focus on the reading anyway. There was just a lot going on and I was stressing out that day as well. It's been a stressful weekend. By the way, we did make our train on the way home. I didn't really specify that, but we did make just like, we were there like 5 minutes early and then we were told it was delayed anyway. So we got there on time, like just. But I did start reading Girl of Nightmares on the train down to Manchester and on the train back. And I've managed to surpass halfway and I will finish this book today. I am determined to. I also need to edit a video because I have a Halloween video filmed and I haven't edited it. And it needs to go up before Wednesday, so I'm going to attempt to finish Girl of Nightmares today as well. But at the minute I am on chapter 16, page 193. I didn't realise this the last time I read it, but like I thought so much happened in this book. I thought he immediately went to London and he immediately went down into the underworld and he was fighting with Anna. No, he's just arrived in London. Maybe this book is slower than I remember. I'm enjoying it though. It's a lot creepier than I remember it as well. Maybe that's just in comparison to the other books I've read this month, this week-ish. Because the other 2 books I've read haven't really been scary in the slightest. What's the first book I read? That was the villain one, so that wasn't going to be scary. And then the Ghostly Tales and Sinister Stories just wasn't scary. A lot of them didn't really make sense, and I'll get into my thoughts of that at the end of this vlog. But this vlog's going to be very long, by the way, if you haven't already noticed. This vlog's going to be very long. So where I said he may use my name in his new fantasy book that he's writing, and I'm like, Yes, please do. I don't think he will. He'll probably forget as soon as he said it.
Great name.
That is an owl, too.
I want a Waverly character.
I know, right?
I was like, I can use Waverly in the fantasy book. Like, that's like...
It's a very fancy name.
Yeah. I'd love it like in a contemporary, you know, so much Waverly.
So much, yeah.
But if he does, that would be absolutely amazing. Because I wanted to ask him who Theo would have picked, but I got distracted by him saying I have a really cool name and he'd like to use it in a book, and I was like, yeah, sure, please do that. And because we were right at the back, we was also rushed because the library was about to close, so nothing happened. I've wasted the entire day. Basically, I went onto my laptop to start editing the video like I said I would. I said I don't even have it on my laptop. It's on my memory card, which is in my camera at home. And as I was like messing around with my laptop trying to find it to see if I'd put it anywhere, and my disk drive opened and out popped The Sims, and I ended up playing that for a while. Spent the last few hours with Cass because she went home, and I put the TV on because I haven't watched TV in a very long time, and I haven't touched Girl of Nightmare since. And obviously I haven't edited my video, so I've wasted this entire day doing nothing, and just nothing's happened. I am gonna read though. I do still plan to finish Girl of Nightmares today. I have about 6 hours to do so, and that's really a long time. So if I can get that finished tonight, tomorrow I'm going to hopefully start reading The Method. Not sure if I'm feeling it or it's really good, and I know that I'll probably end up really liking it, but I'm kind of on the fence, and I'm like, do I really actually want to read this? So I may end up just starting The Girl Who Drank the Moon and then just read 4 books instead of the 5 books, because thrillers really aren't my thing anyway. I am going to attempt to finish Girl of Nightmares first. I have about 200 pages left. It's really not that big of a deal, and I can definitely get through it. Ignore the stupidly bushy hair. I haven't brushed it yet, and I had a bath last night, so it's just kind of everywhere. Last night I really stalled continuing Girl of Nightmares, not because I don't like it, because I do. I fucking love this book. There was no need for me to swear there. But I was watching Friends, and then I was watching The Chase, and I was just getting distracted, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going for a bath. And I took the book in with me. I read chapter and a half in the bath, and by this point it was like 8 o'clock, so I skipped like 2 hours of reading by watching TV. But after my bath I got straight into bed after feeding the cat and finished Girl of Nightmares. I honestly thought the action was, I think I mentioned this a bit yesterday, but I honestly thought the action was in this a lot more than it lasts for like 6 chapters tops. And it's kind of sad. I still did really enjoy this. The ending got me just as much as it did last time and got me emotional. I didn't cry this time, I cried last time, but it's not as good as Anna, but I do still really like it. By the time I finished that, it was around 11:30. I was gonna vlog, but it was dark and all I had was a lamp, and like the lighting was really shit. And instead I started The Method by Shannon Kirk. Too much. I read 2 chapters and I'm now on chapter 3, which is page 33, which is very satisfying. I started that last night as well. I hopefully can get this finished today. I have the entire day to read before Tia and Shakira and Sheena get home. I am going to do a bit of tidying up with some music on beforehand, and then I'm going to basically sit down and just give the whole day to reading this book, get it finished hopefully. I don't see why not. If I can read 5 books in the space of a day, I can definitely read 1 if I set the time out to do it. I just need to do a bit of light tidying. I need to change the cat litter, take the bins out, stuff like that. Give the place a little oomph just so it's easier to clean tomorrow. So I've done all my light tidying and I have put the dishes into soak. Brought all of my stuff that I need upstairs. I am about to pack a bag to take back to my house of stuff that I don't need, because I also need to get my shoes for my Anna costume and the boots that Tia needs to borrow for her Lara costume. Stuff back that I don't need, like all my signing books I don't need anymore. And I actually brought 2 books that I haven't showed you about. I brought them on Friday in charity shops. They're cheap, cheerful, whatever. So I got Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead and the sequel to that, which is Frostbite by Rochelle Mead as well. These are the first 2 books in the Vampire Academy series, and I thought it was high time that I got the series and started reading it because I know I'm going to love it. I came back about 2.5 hours ago and I have been trying to read some of The Method, and I've read a fair bit. I mean, I'm now on chapter 9, which is page 116, but I'm just getting so distracted. However, I am very interested in this book. Honestly, like, the thought process that's going through our main character's mind, amazing. She must have this like OCD tendency and takes every single detail of everything in to the T. She is very precise with her thought process and stuff like that. A very deep story and very precise. I am very intrigued. I want to get it finished today. Tia and Shakira are on their way back, I believe. Tia messaged me around 3 o'clock, like, just so you know, we've left an hour early. I think it was around 3:30. So they're on their way back. They should be back within a couple of hours, and hopefully I can get a big chunk of this read so that when they get here, I know we're going to have that typical, we're going to sit around and talk for a few hours. I can finish this today, hopefully, because I need to get it finished today because tomorrow is just going to be way too busy. Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. So today is the last day of the Witchathon, so probably the most busiest. About 10 AM, and I just wanted to come on, give you an update. Today is going to be very montaged. A lot to do, so I'm probably going to forget to montage as well. We're about to go shopping to get last minute alcohol and food and stuff. When we get back, we're going to clean, we're going to decorate, and we're all going to be getting ready. I believe Shakira and Callum are also carving pumpkins. It's going to be quite a busy day. I wanted to let you know that I finished The Method by Shannon Kirk last night, and I really enjoyed this book. I'm not a thriller person, and I really flipping enjoyed this book. Psychological, so messing with your brain, amazing. If you like thrillers, then I would definitely say go pick this up. But Girl Who Drank the Moon left to read. I have an audiobook for this, so I'm going to be whizzing through with that because I know I'm just not going to have the time to just sit down and read this today. The book is about 9 hours long, so it's about 4.5 hours, double speed, which I should be able to get this done whilst we're all getting ready and decorating and stuff. No, it's going to really bug me because I'll be like half a book off and I'll just... blah. But it looks like a very quick read anyway. Have fun with the montage today because it's going to be a lot of it, if I can remember, because we're all going to be stressed. So we've got all of the alcohol laid out. Food is in the oven, and started getting all of the of course getting all of the Halloween decorations out everywhere. All of this needs to go up. We've got a trick-or-treat bowl behind some hairspray, and I have started listening to The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I'm on, let's see if I can do this, chapter 9, which is page 60. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to actually finish this today because the audiobook's a bit weird for me. I can remember very vague things that have happened, but not too much. Halloweenified, as is everyone. Party starts in about 30 minutes. Look at that, we come up the stairs, and the stairs continue. We'll start doing all montagey stuff in a few minutes. I'm going to show you all the decorations. I'm going to continue montage for the rest of the night. But to let you know that we are dressed, we are all ready, and we're all Halloweenified somehow. Everyone looks great, and the entire place looks great, and it's amazing.
I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up and down just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Promise you, my camera is not dirty. I dropped my phone last night and smashed it. I would insert a clip, but I can't because I use my phone to vlog. And this is what I'm stuck with. It looks very blurry. The smash has gone right over the camera. Disheveled the image. I now have a broken camera. Had about 6 panic attacks about it last night. Was having a great night. Dropped my phone and freaked out. I'm gonna get it fixed. I get paid tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But I'm also gonna have to vlog with this until I can get it fixed. But I just want to come on, give you a quick little wrap-up session, so then I can wrap this vlog up. I know it's probably stupidly long, and I'm very sorry about it. But I'm here to wrap it up. I'm here to say goodbye to the Witchathon, because it's no longer Halloween. It's November 1st. You probably know what I've been reading over the course of the week, considering you watch this vlog, and it always gets me why I do this part of the vlog, because I'm like, you already know what I've read. And I just feel like it's a good way to wrap up them. This week seems to have gone very, very slowly. When I started Because You Love to Hate Me, I feel like that was a very long time ago, and it wasn't. It was literally a week ago yesterday. But I read Because You Love to Hate Me, edited by Mary, and it's by like 13 different authors. I believe I told you which one was my favourite one. I think that was the Marissa Meyer one, Mermaid one, I believe. I do have a few other favourites, and you already know that from watching. Really good book. I think I give it a 4-star on Goodreads, but I think it's more like a 3.75-ish. There were some stories in it I was kind of like, okay. This was a challenge for a book that's gonna make you warm and happy or something like that, but then like warm and fluffy. That's it, warm and fluffy. The second book I read was Ghostly Tales and Sinister Stories of Old Edinburgh, and this was the ethnic heritage book. I didn't really like this book. It wasn't scary. There was just like little tiny short chapters or paragraphs about little stories of Edinburgh, and none of them were really scary. They were just kind of twisted, and it was but this was my candlelight book as well. So I read this one, and I think I gave it a 3-star on Goodreads, but it's probably like 2.5, maybe not even. Next one I read was Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake, and this was my spooky paranormal read, I believe. Read a book with paranormal aspects in it or something like that. And obviously Anna is a ghost. This was also who I went as for Halloween last night. I went as Anna Dressed in Blood, and I wanted to get in my element, and I've already read Anna Dressed in Blood this year, so I picked up Girl of Nightmares. Plus I really like this book. I don't remember it dragging as much as it did, because like the action is like in the last 6 paragraphs, last 6 chapters. That's where all the action is. Oh, I thought there was more than that. I honestly thought a lot more happened in this book, but apparently not. But again, I really enjoyed this book, and I think I'm going to stick with my rating I gave it last time and leave it as a 4.5, because it's definitely not as good as Anna, which is a 5-star read. Next book I read was The Method by Shannon Kirk. Finished this on Tuesday, I believe, Tuesday night. This was my spooky thriller book, and I'm not into thriller books, but I really, really liked this book. Still don't know what I'm rating this book. Like, I've been trying to think, like, because it felt like it went on forever, and I felt like I was reading it very, very slow, because it's a 300 and so page book, and it took me like 10 hours to read, so I kept getting distracted. So there was something that would allow me to get distracted by this book, but it was also like very interesting, and I wanted to keep reading it. It's a really, really good book, and I enjoyed it. I just don't know what to rate it. I put it as a 4-star on Goodreads for now, because I don't think it's a 5-star, as there is the aspect of the fact that I couldn't read it quickly, like, distracted me from it. So I put it as a 4-star, but I'm not sure on my exact rating. Then yesterday I started reading The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I didn't finish reading it as an audiobook, so I was getting ready whilst I was decorating, whilst I was doing loads of stuff. And honestly, I can't tell you too much about what's happened in the bit I have read. So I read up to chapter 29, page 240. Then my audiobook said chapter 3, and I was like, why is it saying chapter 3 when that's obviously not the case, because I've read chapter 29. I remember listening to chapter 29, and then it said chapter 3, so I must be in chapter 30, but I got really confused, so I just backtracked. Plus chapter 29 is like 3 pages long anyway, so I'll just read it. But I can't remember too much about what happens in this book. Anything I've read, I was just way too on it. I was go, 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 go. So even though I listened to quite a lot of this, I'm probably going to have to go back and read it like properly, understand it. All I can really remember is there's a little dragon in it, and he's so flipping cute, and the voice that she does for the dragon is adorable, so cute. But I am going to have to go back and reread this book, because I don't really remember anything that happened. I was so close to finishing as well. I only had this much left to read, about 140 pages. When it went to chapter 3, I was like, what? And I just like put it away. I could not deal with it. Those are the 4.5 books I managed to read in the Witchathon. But there was my Witchathon vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you participated, I hope you enjoyed your Witchathon and got lots of reading done. If you enjoyed this vlog, then please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. I post a new weekly reading vlog every single Monday, unless it's this week, because this week is a bit jumbled. They'll go back to normal, I promise. And a new booktube video every single Thursday. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope we'll see you next week. Bye!